since this entire thing began. They refer to eschewing vengeance. I mean, some have referenced Loretta Lamte serving a 10-month suspension, and I believe her removal process also lasted about 7 months, correct? Chaired by Justice Enini Aboa, the former CJ. And then now what we are seeing playing out now. Because you are a member of the association, it still comes back to the advocacy that Dr. Zato talks about, whether it has any foundation whatsoever in law or it is meant to achieve something else. Because in that advocacy, you will still refer to the constitutional dictates that supports the advocacy coming from a bar association full of lawyers. Their call is that the suspension should be reviewed, looking at its implication on the judiciary. They say it's a poor precedent that is being set. That's the position of the bar association on this, that she could be reinstated and then the process will still go on. Is that feasible?
In theory, definitely Article 14611, the president can, right? But that's, so if when you say is that feasible, so the reason I'm answering is that it means that in law, I have to answer the legal part first before I will then give further explanation, because some viewers may want to know, is it allowed under the law? I'm saying yes, under the law it is. That's as a theoretical matter. So let's read here. It says Article 146, Clause 11. Says the president may at any time revoke a suspension under this article. Let me read again. The president may at any time revoke a suspension under this article. Yes, it is feasible under the law. But you know, the law too doesn't work in a vacuum. You have to combine the law with the facts, right? The facts on the ground. So far, you see, the troubling thing is that my bar association has not demonstrated why. If you just say a dangerous precedent. So right now, as I said, I'm trying to Google to find out that the time the other 12 justices were removed, you know, when the Anas expose came, did the bar association come to make such a statement that it's a dangerous precedent to remove the 12 justices of the High Court, etc. It's a difficult matter, the way the bar association is handling this, and I'm trying to be very objective. I don't just want to, you know, just criticize them for the sake of criticism. But, so taking it objectively, we all know that the petitions leaked, right? But the Supreme Court says the fact that the petitions have leaked doesn't mean that we can then go ahead and discuss. We cannot discuss the details of the petitions. But all I can say is that please, when you read those matters, please, let's not trivialize the petitions. Let due process continue. Because for the bar association to say dangerous precedent, there is a vengeance, we like this, and there is that political vendetta, we like vengeance, etc. In this context, it's difficult. It's difficult to rationalize, right? These are very serious matters. We should let due process go on. If they had said, the president should lift the petition, the suspension, and then let Chief Justice Torkonor resign, right? Accept a resignation, notwithstanding the other Supreme Court decisions. That one, yes, I've said it time with a number, that if it's about making sure she gets a dignified exit, resignation, so that she can keep her benefits, that one I'll vote for it any day, okay? Because I think we've dragged this matter enough.
Exactly.
And if we don't stop at a point, you see that the general system will suffer more. You remember even in the Bible, when Pontius Pilate, they asked, no, even before they got to Pontius Pilate, the high priest said, there's more wisdom in giving up Jesus Christ so that there will be peace in society, right? Because they didn't want any trouble with the Romans. So what I mean is that there's more wisdom now in giving her a dignified exit than to continue to fight this out. Because as we fight out, yes, the press conference Chief Justice Torkonor gave would help with the future law reforms, etc. But overall, the fight, the high political temperature, etc., I don't think are worth it. Let's give her a dignified exit. Then she goes. Yes.
But does this position that the GBA takes consistently help in itself?
No, the GBA, right now, what the GBA is doing, GBA is losing credibility, fast declining in credibility.
How? Why do you say
this is a GBA that first issue, their first statement, do you readily have it? We can read from it. The first statement they gave on this matter, they said, oh, yes, it's okay, let due process go on, and they stayed. And that was okay. It's good that they said, oh, yes, let the thing be done under due process, right? Then they shifted, went and they didn't announce the media review conference well, and went and met a few lawyers, less than 60 voted to say the removal process is not good, all the unsavory things they did, that resolution. We came here and condemned it, but it tells you that they haven't learned. It looks like they are digging in their heels. The GBA is digging in their heels. It's not good. As an association, I expected, that's when we showed that Mrs. Ifuagati, you see people even brought pictures of her in MPP attire on an MPP platform with Joe Gatti, her husband. I thought that would have told her that, look, Ghanaians are watching. So even if it were anything, I even think that Mrs. Ifuagati should not be the person to give such a speech, because you see, it's very difficult for citizens to separate her from the MPP. So she should have even known the messenger. She's not the right messenger for this kind of message. Madam Ifuagati, this speech, you shouldn't have read it. Let somebody who is not tied to the MPP openly. Yes, you may be MPP inside, right? So somebody who may be MPP inside, but once there isn't public, there are not enough facts to link the person. The message would have sunk in more. But once you are MPP, your husband is MPP, the moment you give such speeches, all people, discerning citizens see is that you are trying to paint the government black for political ends. Madam Ifuagati, let it be clear, I think this is the last time you should give a speech on this matter. Please separate yourself.
What?
Yeah, it's not good. The optics are very bad. People have your pictures in MPP attire on MPP platforms, campaigning with your husband. You can never be an honest broker in this matter. Madam Ifuagati, you can't be an honest broker in this matter. Give people who have not shown political affiliation, even though they may have it. It's possible even the person you allow to do this can be more entrenched in MPP, etc. But once the optics are not against that person, discerning citizens are likely to listen to that person more than yours. Because for you, with the MPP attire and on an MPP platform, never. Because all people are reading into is that you are using this thing for party politics. Yes, right. That's it. Because when you say dangerous, the words, I'm like, but what kind of words? I don't see what they are anchored on. Unless maybe I didn't hear the part. Before Madam Ifuagati said dangerous president, etc. Did she tell you which specific part of the proceedings she was doing? In any event, when she's not allowed to... She said it was a poor precedent, making reference to the fact that other international bodies have even weighed in the call for her to be... the suspension to be, reviewed. As a lawyer, when you say poor precedent, it means that there is, just say others have asked for the rate to be reviewed. It's not sufficient. The thing is that what in the proceedings makes it a poor precedent? What in the proceedings? When Madam Ifuagati, is not allowed to discuss the proceedings. So you see, we are in a tight corner, like you say, a pickle, right? Yes, or catch-22. Everywhere you pass, you are blocked. They say, hey, don't discuss this matter. So, poor precedent, on which matter? On which particular facts? Unless maybe if you are dealing with the parts that have been dealt with and have finished, you see, then and what you are allowed to discuss, maybe let's say if you're saying prima facie, you didn't see the ruling, maybe you see the thing, because that one they finished prima facie. because Akufo-Addo did the prima facie ruling when Professor Azar did the petition for the removal of Chief Justice, and that prima facie ruling came up. So we thought that, okay, then that's a good step. So this one too, we're expectant that we'll see the prima facie. Maybe if you had said because there was no prima, you've not seen it, and so that's it, good. But when you just come out, dangerous president speaking in the air, then it's difficult. It's difficult.
But Martin, why haven't we seen that prima facie case?
Yeah, so we've been saying it. So you see that here we've said
Maybe DG would tell us why we haven't seen it.
And that one, we've said that Akufo-Addo, Nebuchadnezzar even brought out.
Why haven't we seen it?
Let's not.
You are the inside man today.
I don't think it would be fair. I don't think it would be fair to call him that. No. I don't think it would be fair. No. I'm talking about lawyer Martin. Let's not go there. Yes, I don't think it would be fair. Let's not go there.
Oh, Dr. Adam Bona. Oh, he's there. Oh, let me greet Adam Bona.
Yes,
by your supplement.
So that please let's not go there. Let's stop that.
Yes. Once in a while we have to make light movements.
No.
Okay. Thank you. No further. So you see what Madam Ifwagati is done. When I was like, I listened a number of times. I was like, you see, we are lawyers. Before you come to the conclusion, you base it on some facts. On the specific proceedings. Maybe, you see, Chief Justice Torkonor has a judicial review application. She's in the High Court. Maybe if the High Court, assuming hypothetically, had ruled certain way in her favor, and the suspension is not been lifted, then you say that, but the High Court says this, you've not lifted it. Good. Okay. So all I'm saying is I have not seen facts that warrant the statement that this is a dangerous precedent. Madam Gatti, please, listen, it's not good. It's not good. You know, there will be life after this removal process. There will be life.
There's a question for you, okay? So, because I need to take this quick break. But John Mensah from La is what he says. This position, was it a GBA position, or he says sounded more like an MPP position? In what reviews or processes do official GBA speeches go through before they are okayed to be read, published? Can Lawyer Kpebu, as a member, tell us?
Okay, so by our constitution, there is a bar council. So maybe also when Madam Gatti read it, maybe henceforth the GBA presidents, or when a speech is to be read, we should be told that this has gone through the bar council. In any event, the bar council itself has to be reviewed. You know, people have complained that certain persons have been on it for too long. There are some persons who are known to be affiliated with the MPP, and so we no longer wish that they are on that bar council because we want the GBA to be more neutral. So you see that once you have certain persons on the bar council who are openly MPP, people don't feel that's why you see citizens have more lawyers no longer see the association as representing them.
Right.
Yeah, because the MPP elements are too strong, even at that level. Right.
Right.
So those are there. So the man asking, even if you talk about the bar council, you will still find MPP people in there. Right.
Okay.
So we want to have a more structured bar council that doesn't have political affiliates.
Right.
Yes. If you want to be a political affiliate, yes, be in your mainstream politics. Let the bar council be more neutral than being anchored on political party lines.